everyone. Welcome to the Comics Fu Show.
So, keeping in the spirit of all things that are kung fu, but also that are comic book and comic book pop culture, including comic book movies, we wanted to talk about the Venom sequel, Venom, Let There Be Carnage. And I have not seen it yet, so I was going to go ahead. Patrick I think you saw an advanced screening. Is that correct?
That is true. I get to go see it a week ahead of schedule, so that I was able. Well, it was actually 3 days ahead of schedule.
Okay.
So I got to see it 3 days before release, and then I had to spend 2 of those days writing my review of it for KungFuMagazine.com. So the formal review of it is there, and the title we went with is Venom, Let There Be Carnage, let's not.
I'm intrigued. So maybe give us where you got the genesis of that title. What were your thoughts about the film?
Oh, I mean, if you've seen the first Venom film, you've kind of already seen this one. There wasn't really that much new. There wasn't, that movie was filled with a lot of great actors, but they did not have a lot to work with. And it's kind of unfortunate because Tom Hardy did actually write the script, but it leans too heavily into slapstick cliches, and there was a moment there where they could have gone like full on Universal monsters, kind of gothic melodrama. And there were a few scenes that really hinted towards that, which was like, yes, that would have been a lot of fun, but they kind of got gun shy and went straight for slapstick instead. So it's kind of like an over the top, very Schadenfreude filled rom-com when it could have been more of a, Universal movies, monster, Halloween epic or something. So, I think they just missed their mark in terms of trying to be funny. People seem to enjoy the humor, pretty lowbrow, but in terms of what they were trying to say, special effects wise, very incoherent, lots of just color coded explosions, lots of destruction. It's set in San Francisco, but it's not a San Francisco that anyone who lives in the Bay Area would recognize. First of all, there are no Uber drivers in the city where Venom lives. And so right there off the bat, it's just, a different place. So, Tom Hardy's totally charismatic actor, and people will probably go to see him. And there's something kind of satisfying with seeing, a handsome, charismatic, fit dude just constantly be bludgeoned and constantly be smacked around. And so in that sense, if you want to go for those kind of laughs, it's there for that. And, Woody Harrelson is also similar. He's also very charismatic. So if you want to go and get a vague flashback of his work in Natural Born Killers, that's kind of what they got from this one, minus the cocaine-fueled vision of a certain director whose name I'm spacing, and it's probably better that I not mention it, right? Just to be kind.
Well, his name could just be a stone's throw away from you when you recall it. So,
boom! Thank you.
But I still like when we talked about it initially. We briefly talked about it on the phone, and I thought you gave the most interesting review in just one word, which was, "It's not a movie worth risking losing your life over in the time of COVID." And I thought that's the new standard, right? Is it worth going to the theater and risking your health? Maybe not. Depends on the movie, I guess, right? So.
Oh, exactly.
Thank you, Patrick. Nice to meet you.
Thank you, Kurt.
Thank you, Chris.
Hello, I'm Sifu Kurtis Fujita with Tiger Crane Kung Fu. just wanted to let everybody know that we do have an online program that we're utilizing, not just for our enrolled students that come to our physical location, but also for students who are in other states, other time zones, other countries. It's a unique program with multiple components that really help you learn Kung Fu and Tai Chi at home during the current health epidemic and beyond. So we have different components. The first part is, of course, Zoom classes. We have online Zoom classes that meet throughout the week for Kung Fu and Tai Chi. We also have a unique thing which we call our rerun program. And what that means is we record the Zoom classes and we have an archive of dozens and dozens of videos for you to access at any time, anywhere, as long as you have an internet connection. So if you missed a class, you can go ahead and follow along and check it out. Or if you want to remember something that was mentioned in class, you can go back and watch the rerun. It's an archive for all enrolled members. Also, we have personal videos. And what I mean by that is if you film yourself doing an individual technique, you can send it to me and I'll be happy to shoot my own video with a response detailing specifically what you want to do to improve the exercise and do it most efficiently. And lastly, we even have a social club component. And what that essentially means is, you know, when you're at a gym or a martial arts studio, it's that sense of community, the ability to visit with your classmates, with your teacher after class to, you know, socialize. So we have a social club meeting. So once a week after class, we have a Zoom session and we talk for a little bit and catch up with each other and socialize. So these are all the different components that make our unique online Kung Fu program. If you're interested, feel free to reach me at my email address. It's instructor@tigercrane.net. Again, instructor@tigercrane.net. We would love to see you in our online studio. Thank you very much for joining us, and we look forward to hearing from you, and take care.